Good to see you guys. Do you want to talk about the soul for a little bit? Because came off the stage and then Spirit said, we didn't talk about the soul. What are you doing? How many of you think you've been around before? Been around the bend, right? Another lifetime? Another lifetime? And if you feel like you haven't, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. But there's a good chance, and from what I can see and what I can hear, is that you guys have been around a long time. You guys are old souls. Old souls. You've heard that before. Has somebody ever said that to you? God, you're an old soul, right? Medical medium community is filled with old souls, like the oldest. The oldest. I figure we'll do a light blast in a minute on the soul. Not just physically. Not just physically, okay? One directed to the soul. How's that sound? I know many of you have traveled far and wide to get here, and I just want to say thank you so much for many of you guys who have traveled around the world to be here. Your soul isn't just, say, 500 years old or 1,000 years old. It could be 2,000, 3,000 years old, okay? But civilizations have come and gone on this planet for tens of thousands of years. Your soul can be 2,000 years old, but it was also in a different civilization 5,000 years before that. And I didn't talk about that before because I was going to put that in a book. I figure I'll just get Spirit to give me all the information, but I'll give you pieces of it now. Your soul can be 3,000 years old. It can be 5,000 years old. It can be 20,000 and even 100,000 years old. But Spirit of Compassion has told me what God has done is made it so we can't remember all those lifetimes. We would probably lose it. We would probably lose it. Am I right? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Oh my God. I believe from what I've heard from Spirit of Compassion that the people in the medical medium community have the oldest souls. I'm sorry. I don't know. Am I biased? Am I just... But no, it's true. It's true. Just like when I heard this many times where someone was in a bookstore, knew nothing about medical medium or medical medium information ever, and they were walking through an aisle and the book... It hit him in the face. A book jumped out at them and hit him in the face. And I didn't hear that once. I heard that many times. I didn't hear that many times. I've heard that dozens of times where they're walking through and it just goes plop right down on the floor. They pick it up. First they get mad and then they grab it. And then something hits them, and they say, who's this medical medium guy? Our souls can be really old, really old. They were in another civilization, Spirit of Compassion has taught me, and in another one before that, and that civilization evaporated. The world changed. All kinds of different natural disasters occurred. Meteorites came and hit the planet. A lot of things happened to wipe out civilizations that were in certain parts of the planet at the time, that were inhabitable and survivable. And then the slate is cleared, meaning That was their soul in that civilization, went back up, and then another civilization was developing. I've talked about how that could happen and how that happened. But then the soul comes back, and it's in a new civilization, and then finally we're here today as it goes on and on. So your soul can be 100,000 years old. It can be 150,000 years old. Can you imagine? Yeah. You can't kill a soul. You can't, no matter what. You can't destroy a soul. You can't kill a soul. It's impossible. It stays good. It stays alive. Unless you listen to angel, demons, and spiritual tools. I know you guys listen to that, but that's a different situation. You guys know that. If you listen to that, it's an entirely different thing. And you'll hear all the nuances in that. By the way, I was scared and in shock when I was getting all that information. I was like rattled. Spirit of Passion was like, toughen up, man, toughen up. Your people are going to love this. Toughen up. What are you doing? But our soul can't be destroyed. It can't die. It can't be killed. You own it. It's yours. It's yours forever. And whatever your belief system is, you still have an old soul, still been around the block. Whatever your belief system is, it's still old. You can have somebody that doesn't even believe that, but it's still a really old soul, and maybe someday they'll realize that, and they'll know that, and they'll learn that. When our soul leaves here, when we leave here, and our soul leaves here, it's not held down to time anymore. You know how I've told you that, you guys? Time doesn't control that, but time controls everything here. You know, sun, the earth's going around the sun. We're watching the time right now. What time is it now? Where do I have to be? But when we leave here, nothing controls the soul as far as time. It just doesn't happen. Same way, this light that comes from up there behind the stars and comes flying here and hits us on top of the head, time doesn't control that either.